Hey guys, okay, so this video is going to show you an example for the decimals and mixed numbers worksheet in your packet. It is, if you're following along with the cover sheet, the timeline that I created, it's week 3, day 2. So if you're following that guideline, happy Tuesday, okay? So this is something that we've not necessarily had a lesson on, but as you guys remember on your benchmark, a lot of the questions that they ask you, they may have like a decimal and a fraction in a word problem together, and you have to decide, do you need to convert those to fraction, the decimals to fraction, or the fraction to decimals, depending on how the answer choices are presented to you. So this one I wrote a little note on the very top for you. Hopefully it didn't cut off, but it just says, say the decimal out loud. Say the decimal out loud to yourself and write the fraction as you would say it. So this first, I'm going to show you an example, 2 examples for each. So this first one is just a decimal, and it's a number in the tenths place. So how would you say this? Remember, we don't say decimal 6. We don't say 0.6. We're in the 5th grade, right? So we name this the proper name, and it is 6/10. So if Miss Bates were to say, hey guys, 6/10, how should I write that on my board? The majority of you are going to tell me to write it as a fraction, right? So I'm just going to write 6/10 as a fraction. 6/10. 6/10. I don't want you to simplify this. I don't want you to reduce it. None of that. It's just 6/10 is your answer. Okay? And then now this has a whole number and a decimal. How would we say that as a whole number or as a number? 8. And our decimal means and. 8 and 1/10. 8 and 1/10. How do you write that? As a fraction, 8. Oh, can you see that? 8, and then your fraction is 1/10. 8 and 1/10. Okay? So then down here, we start with a fraction, and they want you to convert that to a decimal. So all you do is you just say this fraction to yourself, 4/10. How do I represent 4/10 as a decimal? 4/10, okay? And then here we have a whole number, so we have a mixed number. We have a whole number in our fraction, and the way that you say this is 9 and 5/10. 9 and 5/10. How do I represent that as a decimal? 9 and, our decimal means and, 5/10. 9 and 5/10, 9.5. Okay? So just go ahead and complete that worksheet. Just say them out loud to yourself and it will not be confusing. If you need any help, please let me know, and I will leave the key on our Facebook page, and if you need it sent to you as a text message, just let me know.